800 meters. The AAA girls 800 meters we are expecting to be one of the feature events of the weekend, but we're going to see Hannah Bablik, who maybe had a little bit of disappointment in the mile earlier from Quaker Valley, get a chance now, where she is an 800-meter specialist, to come back and get her second career gold medal.
Yeah, she seems to have run that 1600 smart, conservative, just enough to get by, because this is the race she's really going to work hard at. She has to work harder at.
12 athletes came out of the semifinals yesterday to qualify for the final here on this Saturday afternoon. See Mackenzie Gelvin and McConnellsburg trying to keep the air moving around her. It's 2:15 in the afternoon here at Shippensburg. We're live here on PCN. The temperature well up into the 80s. The humidity is borderline oppressive and has been the case all day. There really has been no wind to keep anyone cool. We are getting a little more cloud cover, but the sun is still prominent in the sky. So for the 800, the 200, everyone's going to love it. The 800, no one's going to like this weather.
Right, and this is the event that was most drastically affected yesterday. Athletes coming off their trials to make it into the finals were coming and just sitting on the benches next to the water jugs, and they weren't getting up. And they're saying, hey, I had to run that too hard to make it into the finals.
And we just have not had weather quite this hot all spring in Pennsylvania. In fact, the district meets last week, and you've heard us talk about it a number of times now, but it is a big storyline today. Last week, most of the district meets affected by rain. They were largely chilly. And this week it has been the total opposite, hot and humid, August-like weather here in south central Pennsylvania, and it's been great for the sprinters, as we've seen with their times. It has not been so great for the distance runners, as the AA girls make the slow jog down the track into their assigned lanes. Once again, field of 12 here going for 8 medals, and here are the top seeds. These are based on times turned in yesterday. Mackenzie Gelvin of McConnellsburg was the top seed from yesterday. Claire Brown of Villa Maria, who has been involved in some relays today. In fact, she was the anchor on the 4x1 that won gold. Maggie Linton of Delco Christian. Hannah Bablik of Quaker Valley. We've talked extensively about her. Disappointment in the mile. Now she'll try to bounce back here in the 800. Megan Wisniewski of Avonworth. Monica Shimko, Lexi Peterman, and the rest from there. And there is Claire Brown. She's bound for Richmond next year. 4th place finisher in AA cross country back in the fall. Won the mile at the Baldwin Invitational. Holds her school record in the mile. Here we'll see her in the 800 meters. 2 laps around the track.
We're back to the 2 alleyways. Top seed is in the 2nd alleyway in the inside position. We'll go around 100 meters. They'll collapse to the rail, and then we'll get a better idea where everyone is.
And they crash down to the rail right now. Looks like it is Sophie Goad of Schuylkill Valley out in the front. On the inside of the track is Monica Shimko of Tamaqua. Coming up on the outside now is Wisniewski of Avonworth. But the leader is Sophie Goad, who is doing a 400-800 double today. A lot of traffic behind her, and having to swing way out to the outside is Maggie Linton of Delco Christian to find a little bit of room. She moves into second now as we approach 1 lap to go.
So it looks pretty quick here at the 400. Everybody's still tightly. Oh, and there's a stumble in the back.
I think that may have been Bablik. All the way in the back. 1 lap to go now. Coming up on the outside is Brown of Villa Maria. Has to swing all the way to the outside of lane 2 to make her pass, but she is successful, and she now leads the race as we approach 300 meters to go. Now moving up on the inside is Linton. And coming up on the outside and into the lead, Lexi Peterman of Central Cambria. Remember, Central Cambria is the 4x8 champion. And now here comes Bablik up the outside of the track and into the lead. Hannah Bablik, who only got to her form a couple weeks ago, as we mentioned earlier, because she just has not had a lot of big meets to compete in, showing a lot of distress on her face. Linton is on her right hip. 100 meters to go. Bablick in the white. Linton makes the pass. Maggie Linton of Delco Christian. Can Bablick reel her back in? Apparently no.
No, she's making a last-ditch effort.
Bablick got it. That's the last time I'll call a race with 20 yards to go. 2:14.99. Bablick rallies to win the state championship when it looked like she was all but out of it.
And that was an entire strategy race, start to finish. More conservative first lap, taking it easy, making a move to get out around, although there was a trip in there, and then she had to run the curve on the outside. She took the lead. Seemed like she had it, and then there was a pass with about 50 meters to go, but then a pass back. So we'll see something on that on the replay, and then we'll make comment on that. But that's pretty good. She was has that chest cold. She made it through the week, and she has a first in the 800 and a second in the 1600. 2:14.99.
All
right, so here's coming with 100 meters to go. Passed on the outside, and look at that form. It looks like that's the way the race is going to finish. Bablick's head is down. She looks like I'll just come in second in here, but there it is. There's the determination, and it's the increase in turnover. Quick turnover gets her there. It's not gritting. It's not tensing up. It's staying relaxed and increasing your turnover.
Bablick will be going to Rice next year down in Houston. She wanted to go to Johns Hopkins to study medical science, but she will go to Rice instead. She's one of 4,000 students nationally who was nominated as a presidential scholar this year. She schooled the field in the 800, coming back really in the final steps to get past